Alright everyone, it's time for Vermont Issues episode 131. Winooski is finally going to be upgrading its downtown main street. Now, having gone to like UVM, Winooski is literally right across a little stream from Burlington proper. You've got Burlington, the city itself, and then you've got Winooski and then Essex Junction, north and northeast respectively. South Burlington, which is oddly more east of downtown Burlington than south. And then to the actual south, you've got Shelburne. And this whole metro area is sort of stuck together, and so the developed region sort of merges, but they've each got their own semi-separate sort of developments as well, and there's some sprawl between them. Winooski's downtown is pretty nice and compact, so I'm not surprised that they're doing this, but it's been a long time coming because it's been a little... it's underdeveloped, considering Winooski's own significant size at this point. Its compact nature anyway, its downtown-derived income, and its proximity to Burlington, where you've got all the UVM kids and stuff. You know, a business, it'll locate itself in Winooski, it'll do just as much business with, you know, like sort of basically migratory population, the 45,000, I think, people living in Burlington proper. And you gotta realize the downtown in Burlington, it's quite high-end. It's going to be difficult to pay the rent there, so to speak. You know, oh yeah, I think I'll put my business on Church Street. Well, you know, good luck unless it's bringing in a hell of a lot of cash, whereas maybe downtown Winooski would be, or South Burlington certainly would be easier. Shelburne, I think, is actually more expensive, though, because that's like the winery sort of area with the historical buildings and stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's even more expensive. You'll get land prices, it's insane. So it's good that they're doing this. And downtown revitalization and revamping should be done across Vermont. Because you've got places like Rutland. Rutland has a substantial enough downtown to justify fixing the way things are down there. Like, all the lights and poles should be buried, number one. All the sidewalks should be expanded. We can't really do the pedestrian mall thing. It's a little too hilly for the most part. There are all sorts of things. Parking needs to be fixed citywide. The curbs are dilapidated, the sidewalks are dilapidated, there are potholes everywhere, even near the downtown itself. Why don't we as well compact it and expand the downtown and build upwards instead of worrying, well, you know, we're going to end up with deforestation, so we don't want to zone any new residential land, but if we don't, then the population stagnates and we die off as a community, so we're between a cock and a hard place. Build upwards. Expand your downtowns. Right now, some of them are anemic compared to what they could be. Rutland has this problem more than most because of the urban sprawl. We call it the Rut Vegas Strip for a reason. The main street all the way up from past the mall to almost up here where my neighborhood is one long, literally like Vegas-style strip with the box stores and the gas stations and auto outlets and stuff on either side. It's very, very, very inefficient. There's 6 lanes at one point in main Rutland on this road. There don't need to be. The traffic gets clogged. You've also got, oddly enough, railroad going right over this main road. At the very least, by the way, can we like put that under the road or something? Can we redevelop that? That'd be so great. You know, those trains going through on a day-to-day basis, they kind of slow traffic down a little bit. Why don't we take care of that problem? They go back behind Walmart, actually, the Amtrak station. We need downtown revitalization here in Rutland. There are all sorts of ideas. Then it becomes finding the money for it. You can't really tax people more. That's impossible. Unfortunately, Burlington tends to get precedence. Burlington and the areas immediately surrounding it and Montpelier get all of the money. They get developed the most, you know, because you get the capital and then you get the largest development. So places like Bennington, Brattleboro, certainly White River Junction, terribly, Rutland all sort of suffer. When we shouldn't at Ludlow, places like that. You know, Barry, which is the larger but neglected twin of Montpelier. It's literally like it's a mile away from it. Everyone from Montpelier, for the most part, they're going to have to shop there anyway because there's not much in Montpelier to actually do. And it gets, you know, it's had problems. Then the person there, I think I talked about this a while ago, like weeks ago. The dude there, I think he's like acting mayor basically. He wants to redevelop a block, make it better, and they're like, no, you can't do that because it's like it's some contractual problem because you're, you know, kind of in city government, so you can't. You're basically awarding yourself a contract. Well, he's using his own money to redevelop it. What the hell's the problem? It'll look better probably. Just make sure that everything's up to code and licensed properly. You know, you're legalistic anyway, even if there was some rigging going on with the contractual side. Who cares if he's making a profit? That's sort of what developers are supposed to do anyway. We should as well do whatever we can to attract out-of-state developers if we can't do it within state with our own money, and attract private developers, or coddle them within the state and say, hey, we want bigger downtowns. They need to be scenic and they need to be environmentally friendly because, hippie trippy state. Beyond that, just make sure that things are, function halfway decently and everything's up to safety codes and you're golden. Go ahead and build, baby, build. We could probably double the size of all our downtowns. That, by the way, we could have a bigger population, higher efficiency. That trickles down to the outlying areas, will help their roads and sidewalks too. And it'll be more attractive. It'll look more like sort of the small town America thing that Vermont's got going on. Isn't that better than box stores? It's more efficient. So congrats to Winooski for this upcoming plan. That'll take years, but it's a good idea. We need something like that here in Rutland. Now, we need to connect the infrastructure as well more ably to the outlying communities. Like, again, the main roads in Rutland proper are okay, but you get down, you go over to West Rutland, not so much. You come up here into some parts of Rutland town, specifically on the western side or the Proctor area, not so much. Some of those roads have grave issues. That's about all. Peace out.